I wanted to show you how I started using gold leaf on this abstract painting, but something happened with my external hard drive and everything I had got deleted. So what happened was that I accidentally dropped the external hard drive when I was moving from room to room. Bien. Mina? It apparently opened. I only noticed when I plugged it in and I heard this weird noise coming from it. Then I contacted my boyfriend. He was like, don't plug it in again. And I go, okay, well, I think it's too late anyway. So I went to buy a new one. There was also a little funny bit where Biel, my cat, got some gold leaf on his nose and I was trying to chase him and yeah, he got a little scared, and then when I would try to get it out of him, he got even more scared. I was like, oh my god. I'm gonna start. Wish me luck. Okay guys, so from the future, I'm gonna talk to you about the process. All of it is stuff that I did wrong. Listen, I have never used gold leaf in my life, and this was quite the challenge. So it was fun. It's overwhelming at one point. I didn't know how to solve the mess I had created, and then I just sort of solved it. I found a fix. It might not be perfect, but it's okay. The painting is now finished. Okay, so let me tell you the story. I don't tend to do commissions, but my dad asked me for this painting. We put the painting against the light when I was showing him the almost finished work. And the sun shone through, and it was very translucent and very golden. Colors were popping from the back into the front. And he said, wow, that looks really good. Maybe we can add some gold there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that is okay. I can do that. How hard can it be, right? After that, I went to the store, I bought the gold leaf, and it's imitation gold leaf as the pack is pretty big. The real ones that they have at that store are pretty small, so I'm working with imitation gold leaf. I was talking to this person at the store that works there, and I was asking for advice on how to use it. He said, well, we have this varnish to put the gold leaf on top. Perfect. So he said, wear the gloves. You don't want gold leaf on your fingers and all that. And then I got a very thin, like, detail brush so that I can apply the varnish and put the gold leaf on top. As I started to have issues with it, I saw some YouTube videos and I saw some recommendations on like blogs and spaces like this on Google. So I could not see the adhesive, so I was taking a long shot with it. My writing is horrible, and it turned out the way it turned out. I was like, well, I'm just gonna do what I can. This is pretty much ruined, and I'm not gonna panic. Not yet. No. I'm gonna look at these videos. I'm gonna do the background, do the rest of the painting in the meantime, and then I'll find a solution. Cool. There were things that I had anticipated. I anticipated that gold leaf was gonna be very delicate and quite sticky. I imagined it would, want to fly off my hands, and all of that happened. And either way, some of the gold leaf broke right as I had it on my hands, or flew away, so it was great. Bien. No, my love. No, no, no. No, no. Bien. My love. Jesus Christ. There were things that I did not anticipate. I did not anticipate how unpredictable gold leaf was actually going to be. That was the biggest take for me from it. The struggles. So it was attaching to unwanted areas that did not have adhesive. This may sound really stupid, but I did not realize there was a waiting time to dry. I had never seen gold leaf application in my life either, so that was interesting too. I wasn't sure how much adhesive or varnish to add either. The quantities kept varying depending on the areas. Sometimes it just wasn't adhering, and sometimes it was just spreading, and I was like, I am having issues figuring out the quantity of it. So because I had issues with the quantities of the varnish, I also struggled with the precision of the letters because the amount or lack thereof the adhesive, and I would also press with my fingers instead of a brush, so the adhesive would just spread. And at the very beginning, I was working with the painting vertically, as I mentioned, and I was struggling a lot with putting the adhesive and gold leaf. Since I did not pre-write the text, I wouldn't remember what I had written or where I had written it, and everything ended up very janky. And then I got the genius idea to put the adhesive on top of the gold, thinking it would seal it or something. I don't know what I was expecting. I really don't. Of course, that made it worse because it would move very easily. It's like this lubrication for it to just float around. It would break, it would wrinkle, but it was interesting, the wrinkling, because I was able to get some texture from it. I ended up embracing it. I don't really know if that's, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not good technique, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. A lot of the gold leaf ended up on the floor. I did not realize how messy it was gonna be, even though it screams messiness. So here's what I was able to learn very briefly. To remove the unwanted, unadhesed areas, you could use masking tape to make it stick to the tape and lift it off the surface. Go with the tape, don't pull it away or towards the gold leaf. The way that I took this is just use masking tape to remove any little bits or large areas that got stuck with the masking tape, and then I was gonna figure out how to fix it. Something else that I learned is, obviously, it's easier if you do the writing first, and when it's dry, you put the adhesive and the gold leaf. So then you actually have a guide. And ironically, that's about it as much as how you can apply gold leaf. I would love to hear some advice or, I don't know, any websites that you might know about, because I'd love to learn more. And it might just be a whole experimenting until you're comfortable with what you're doing. Also skills, so it's just going to be a lot of practice. That's what I'm taking from it. If you guys know any channels, websites, or books that provide any information about it, please let me know. I'd love to talk to you about how I solved the whole gold leaf writing portion. So what I did was go to the store. My plan was, okay, I'm gonna buy some paint. I'm gonna buy some metallic gold paint, thinking it was gonna be very similar to the gold leaf, but all of the colors were either too light or too dark, and they were transparent. And I was like, no, what I want to do is cover. I need coverage. I need opacity. So I'm not taking this. So I asked another man at this store if he had any, like if he knew of any specific paint or that was close to the gold leaf, or if he knew something else, like something else I could use. And he said, well, let's look at the paints. That went nowhere. And then he showed me some like conservation medium gold with like a oil-based varnish type of consistency liquid inside. So I was like, well, I mean, I don't know if it's similar. He showed me one. It was very close to the gold leaf, so I bought it. And then I bought the gold pen, metallic gold pen. So I tried the metallic gold pen first because I figured that was going to be the easiest in finishing this painting. So let me give it a try, see how it works on the dry oil, and maybe I can go with it. And I was able to. I actually quite liked it. And I did not open the other medium. He told me that they used it for frames, that gold leaf, like to do conservation of frames and all that kind of stuff. But he said maybe this can help you try it out. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I will in the future. And I'll practice my detail brushing skills because it's just atrocious. I don't tend to paint details in this way. I tend to paint details in a very impressionistic way, or at least implying that there's detail, not actually drawing a lot of detail. So now that was a solution for me. For me, the pen was a miracle. I was able to write it. I was able to fix the corners by painting on top and hiding the gold leaf that is stuck there. And I was able to finish the painting. And I was so happy because I've been working on this painting for a long time now, quite a few months. I was probably working on this painting since last late summer or somewhere around that time. August, I believe. So it's been a project on and off. I am so happy that it's now finished and it can finally go on a wall. So yeah, I'm just happy. Now I feel relaxed about it. And also, I don't tend to paint abstract work. I do like dark themed scenes and it's a bit surreal, but it's not exactly that. So just dark themed scenes and figures and figure painting. So abstract is not what I tend to do. So let me know what you guys think in the comments about the painting and about the gold leaf. Please, I need advice about it for the next time. Yeah, so that was that. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the little crazy bits of the video. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy painting.